Today on Wild, Wise and Curious, we're speaking to Dani. Welcome to Wild, Wise and Curious, Dani.
Thank you. I'm so pleased to be here and have a chat with you guys.
Morning, Dani. Lovely to see you.
To do.
Dani, how did you come to realise that you were in perimenopause?
Well, I didn't know for a long, long time. I just had my daughter's 20 now, but when she was 13, so I think I started being in perimenopause when I was sort of 43, 44.
Yeah.
And she just made snipey comments to me, and it had like a volcano in me, and I erupted, and it was like, oh my God. And then my husband just said to me, she started throwing out her rod and wheeling you in. And we had really arguments, and I got really upset one day where she said to me, just get a better job. Oh, because we got rid of her one bed and we had to wait to buy the other bed frame, and it took a while. She had to sleep on the mattress on the
Yeah.
floor. And she said to me, just get another job so you can pay for the bed. And I thought,
Because it's that easy.
so I walked out, and I just went for a walk and took a deep breath and thought, right, okay. So I didn't do anything. I mean, 7 years ago, perimenopause wasn't a thing, was it? Nobody
No,
talked about it.
no,
So
it didn't.
that's what it is. And another thing, it's all in hindsight. I had a time when I didn't want to drive. I was really sort of not scared, but apprehensive of driving longer distances. And but now looking back and hearing everyone talking about perimenopause, I thought, bloody hell, I had all that. And I'm okay. I mean, now I'm mentally more stable, I would say, than I was a couple of years ago. I think I've leveled out a little bit. I'm looking after my health a little bit more, doing more deep work. I don't know, is it like I feel like a rising that how I've grew up and how I've raised my children to a certain point. It's been like in a system which I don't agree with anymore, and I'm doing so I did some somatic healing, which really cleared some bits. And I for a few years I attend women's circles, and I do drumming, and I do all these raw. I find them really raw and then empowering. So it's just feeling grounded in yourself, and yeah, to get rid of the knock. I feel at the moment the menopause and perimenopause is gone into a wrong direction. It's become very marketing orientated again, and it's
Everything's
classed
pink,
as
isn't it? Menopausal shower gel that was just the shower gel that it was before. I read an article about this only yesterday.
yeah. And it's quite scary at times, because I like researching and reading up stuff before I make up my mind. And we did in our supper club, we'd had a human design practitioner.
Right, yes.
Oh my God, it's fascinating. And it made me realize that certain ways I act is not because I'm medically maybe imbalanced. It's just how I am.
Yes.
And it's just learning all these things, and it's just amazing. So yeah.
Okay, Dani. So there is so much in there that we want to talk about, but I am going to take you back, way back. Yeah. So we kind of There's a lot of things in there. My ears were pricking up, and I was like, oh, we want to talk about that. But I'm gonna take you back to that moment then where you felt like you were erupting. You were talking to your daughter, which, there's a lot of conflict at that time. It's such a difficult time to manage relationships, isn't it? But it's only like after that you started to recognize, actually my hormones might be fluctuating at the same time, and that's why we're having this kind of.
That's it. It's like having teenage 1.0 child, and we are going through teenage 2.0.
Yeah.
And now I know all that, and I can work around it a bit easier. But yeah, it's when you're in the middle of that. I mean, 2 years ago, I started writing blogs and it was one of those for how to handle your teenager, perimenopause.
Yes.
So it's just, I think it was a bit of therapy writing these blogs about just going through what I have done, and I sort of apologized to my child as well. And so I'm really sorry. At that time, I really didn't know what I was doing, and you know, I think it's just making peace with it as well. So yeah.
So you were kind of going through that. You were fluctuating. There were lots of things going on. So do you feel like you were, because you were talking about the drumming and all the somatic stuff that you were drawn to, was that something that was intuitively you were drawn to, or was that kind of you looking for something to kind of support you in that time?
I think for me it started, so I'm 50 now, and in 2020 lockdown, you know, everything stopped, and so I was 45 then, and yeah, I was just I felt on my own, but I loved being in lockdown because we just moved at a bigger house with a bigger garden. We didn't have to go to all the clubs, driving, playing taxi. And then when we came out of lockdown, I started sea swimming with just women I've never met. It was quite scary because I thought being on my own for such a long time, not having contact, you know, like you couldn't hug people. All of a sudden it's like, oh, let's asking people, can I hug you?
Yeah.
Sort of open up. And there was somebody who introduced me to sea swimming, and she was all into like your law of attraction and affirmations. And for me, I heard of that, but it never sort of clicked.
Yeah.
It's sort of, yeah, we do that, whatever. And then, but that sort of opened up a new dimension. And I've gone into, I feel like I've stepped like into, there's so many things about like different levels, isn't there? There's the blame people and all that. And I think I stepped into thinking, oh, actually, there's more to this than just, you know, going to work and going
Thank God, right?
yeah, honestly, it's been the last few years just been eye-opening that there's so much more than we've been told to believe.
Yes. Yeah,
And it's almost then you go down a rabbit hole, don't you? So it's just that one thing that intrigues you a little bit, and it's like, oh, what's that? And if you start to follow that thread.
What was your sort of ping moment where you thought, okay, or were you always sort of drawn into the more sort of, you know, holistic-y, natural side of things?
So for me, it was I didn't really recognise, and that I think that's why I asked you that question, because I was really interested in, because I feel like it was almost like instinctively I knew that I needed something, but I didn't know what it was. It's almost like when your body needs a nutrient and you start eating tuna or whatever because you feel like you need that. It was like my body was intuitively saying, you need to follow this path, you need to kind of do something differently. And that's when I started doing the aromatherapy, because that for me was the opening moment. I think one of my teachers, she started talking about affirmations and that kind of thing, and it was like, oh, okay, I much like you know, like kind of a ping. And then I kind of went down a whole journey then, and I started doing Reiki and Qigong and all around that time. And they have become my coping strategies. They've become the tools that I use now. But looking back, I think, oh, I just needed to reset my nervous system. And they were the tools that I used.
Yeah, oh me. Ooh, so I was always kind of interested in more holistic living. Like as a teenager, the people that I hung out with were kind of into the law of attraction and, you know, The Secret and, you know, Paulo Coelho, you know, The Alchemist and all those kind of books, Celestine Prophecies and everything. And then I had kids and tried to still think in that way. But obviously, you know, you kind of, life speeds up a little bit, doesn't it? And you're so busy with things so that you almost don't, I mean, I felt like I kind of retained a little bit of that all the way through having the kids, and I've got 3. The eldest is 22. So I kind of held on to it, and I was always like, if I start to feel like grumpy or fed up, I'd be like, hang on a minute, let's just remember, you know, what we think about, we bring about, and what we're kind of like putting out into the world is probably what we're going to get back. And so I'd always have it there, but then I would say about the same as you, Dani. In 2020 lockdown, had an awful time with perimenopause, and it kind of set me up for going, actually, enough is enough. I want to become more the person with this second half of life, this next 50 years, because Lou and I are 50 as well. With this next half of life, I want to actually be my most authentic self. So I want to do the inner work, and I want to sit with other women in circle, and I want to chew the fat, and I want to go and live life out there, because it's glorious. I feel, don't get me wrong, it's still hard work, isn't it? Because you've almost got one foot in the kind of like the trudgery of like all the stuff out in the real world, but then it's the magical side, which is so much more, I don't know, fills you up.
Don't you feel that life has become really grey? Nothing has colours anymore. When I thought the other day, all the cars are like really dull colours, and when you go back to the 70s, it was all more bright and colourful.
Yeah, orange and yellow and red and pink.
Having all the holistic things, they bring back colour and excitement, and I think being in the, I always say that system, the school system, the going to work system, it's become really drab. It doesn't give me joy, but so I still work part-time and at for the local authority, and I've reduced to 3 days because I just mentally I couldn't do it anymore. And the 2 days, Thursday, Friday, my off days, where we are doing we're setting up, we are doing our business. I always say we're still starting, but we're doing it now, getting our supper clubs up and running more, and it's just so exciting, and I'm a totally different person. My husband always says, God, when you work in your day job, you really sort of, I try to still keep good positive vibes so the day goes quicker. So I do this in the morning.
Oh, isn't it?
Fragmenting my days of saying, right, you're going to do this until 9 till 4, and then you're going to do this in the evenings when I'm going to a good day. So that really gets me through it. But Thursday, Friday, it's so much more colourful and exciting. And are you the same?
Oh yeah, I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Same as you. I do 9:30, 4:30, and then I do another couple of hours, either in the evenings, just to make up the hours. But I feel that because obviously Lou and I do the podcast, and that has just been a journey of that's been a journey of enlightenment in itself, hasn't it? Because we learn every single time we talk to someone, like we're chatting with you today. Lou and I come away and we're like going, oh my God, she's amazing, that's awesome, and oh my God, we're really interested in this, let's research it, let's look at it, let's buy that book, so we're being greedy, Dani, if we're honest, because we'll have a chat with you and then we'll come away and we'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I loved it. Oh, let's learn a little bit more about that. So it's like, this is the magic.
Yeah, and I just find, when you find your people, the women they're open to possibilities and new things. I had so I'm German, and we try and meet up with other German women that live close by every couple of months, and we had she's a bit older than me, so there's me trying all these things and doing things, and she's a couple of years old. I think she's just starting to out things, and she went to a yoga session, and now all the facilities have the oracle cards, cards, and what's all this about? And so I was able to, because a couple of years ago I would have just like, oh, whatever, but now they really mean something. So and it's just, I think, showing women that you can start whenever, and you don't have to have a degree or whatever in it, and it's just when it calls you, and I think a lot of our age now, how I see this, I think we're fed up with how we were brought up. Like my mom and dad said, do your job, do your apprenticeship, then you work, you go on holiday, have a family, maybe a house, and then you retire and you can live your life. And I said to my dad, I went to see him last year, and I was just chatting what I was doing, but he's still like, oh, local authority is the best thing ever, retire, you've got a good pension. I thought, I won't, because I only work part-time, so my pension pot was never fully topped up. And I said to him, I said it sort of philosophically, I only have one life. And he looked at me and said, you don't know what you're talking about. And I thought, okay. So I've decided, I love him dearly, I've decided that this part of life, my fun joy, I won't tell him about.
Yeah.
He does not understand.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be 75 and still have that mindset. I want to change my mindset and maybe accept that the children, they know better, or they know more, they've learned more, they're more aware of things, and I want to evolve.
Yeah, and our parents kind of, you know, like in many cases, they want the best for us, and they think the best for us is to be earning enough money for us to have the house and the children and the car and the holiday and the security of financial security from a pension and stuff. So you can kind of understand where they're coming from, but equally, like you said, I think we're just getting really kind of enough's enough now with buying into how it has always been for us. And I don't know how you feel about this, Dani, and I'll ask you about this in a sec, but you know, I'll speak for both of us, I think, here, where we've kind of just realised that we've got to midlife and realised we've got this whole life ahead of us. And our children are older now, so we have a bit more time to ourselves. And it's kind of now a bit about it being our time and being able to delve into the magic of life, and the stuff that we perhaps aren't taught about, the stuff we don't learn from the television, and the stuff that maybe our parents didn't talk about really because it wasn't in their vocabulary sort of thing, because it wasn't really a thing. And yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, when did you start to? Do you think it was all to do with kind of midlife that all of a sudden you just went, right, okay, this is it. I know I need to do something different.
I think, I mean, I was never career focused. Career was never.
Yeah.
And then I had children, and I sort of never thought about having children. And then you stuck in the nursery, primary school, and you sort of, I boxed myself into the sort of thing. Yeah. Mother now, I'm doing this. I just do work. My husband works full time, so I was the main carer, take school pickups, school drop-ups, lunches. And then the kids became older, and then I sort of thought, you know, maybe they need to do a little bit more themselves. And then I had a bit more time to myself. I mean, I always did things for myself, but it was, so they became a bit older. They didn't want to go for their Sunday walks anymore, or didn't want to do family things, or, you know, at the time I thought, you know, I'm not going to ask you. I don't want to have a miserable night somewhere. I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Stay in bed and do whatever. And it's definitely since I know I've been able to raise them, you know, I thought I could raise a human being. Life sort of thing. I managed to be like 20 and 15 now, so I did something like that. But yeah, I know for a fact that I've raised them. They can feed themselves, they can do the washing, so they're capable
functioning human beings. I've got 3 of those, and you've got 3 as well, haven't you? Which is,
but to be honest, you know, sometimes I think there's a lot of families and children who don't have it, whose children don't know how to cook, or, you know, so it's very, very fortunate with all that they want to do all that. But yeah, it's just, I'm glad that they're older now. I couldn't cope with another toddler.
No. I mean, I think that's part of the thing with this perimenopausal journey. I think it was last year or the year before, I went 8 or 9 months without a period, and I was like, please don't be pregnant. Please don't be pregnant. Please don't be pregnant. Please be menopause. And then I had a period, so I was neither in menopause nor pregnant, which was good because I wasn't pregnant.
Bit of relief.
Yeah, a bit of a relief.
That was with me the other week. I thought, oh, maybe that's, I mean, I'm still regular.
Yeah.
But the other week I was like 2 weeks later, and I thought, oh. Maybe that's the beginning. Maybe I never have. I can't wait for this stuff.
Oh no, that's the thing as well, isn't it? You just don't know if your periods become erratic, and mine really are now. And you know, it's funny because I think maybe I'd have had more children. So my youngest has just turned 16, And I think I might have had another one or two, but then something just changed in me, and I was just like, no, enough's enough. Yeah. I really need to now be a bit myself, be myself as well. I mean, you know, you kind of yourself all the way through, but like you say, you're crawling upstairs. It's versions, exactly. That's exactly the right word. It's versions of yourself.
Yeah, you are. And I think as women, we step back, don't we? We are the nurturing, we're bloody growing a baby. So that's fascinating.
Pretty magical, right? We're a portal. We are a portal of spirits bringing them to the earth. I mean, that is pretty amazing, right?
Yes, and I think it's been so, I don't know, that's just what you do, isn't it? And then you go back to work, and then you
do it all. You work and you have the kids.
Yeah, you do it all, and that's how it is. And it's like, no, I don't want it to be like that anymore. Yeah. And I think it's changing now. So I think the younger generations are realizing maybe there's more to life than. Yeah. I mean, I know we're equal in law and stuff, but in the end, males and females are not equal, because we can produce a child, right? So a man can't do that, and in that respect, they're awesome as well. And you know,
oh my God, yes, they are. Yeah, of course. We're just all awesome. Sorry, didn't say that.
By that fact that we bloody grow. So I'm swearing now.
No, do it.
It's just so amazing, and it's just been, I don't know, it's just become so normalized. You know, it's just part of what you do. It's like going shopping, you know, coming home with the baby.
It's like everything, isn't it? We just crack on with everything.
Yeah,
we say this all the time. Crack on with periods, crack on with having a baby, you know, growing it and then looking after it.
And then working and looking after it. And, yeah, it is crazy. I mean, it'd be so nice if we kind of had more ceremonial stuff around these times. And I know in other parts of the world people do.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess we have our own ceremonies, don't we? You know, I mean, I think it's more sort of common now, isn't it? These kind of naming ceremonies or baby showers and all that sort of thing. But, you know, if you kind of sat on the earth in a circle with other women who were either pregnant or had been pregnant and had kids, and like really chewed the dirt about, do you know what?
Chewed the dirt.
Chewed the dirt. Okay. Come on. Who knows? Baby cake. But, you know, kind of like, I don't know, had real life conversations like we're kind of doing now. I think this kind of time has become a real, I don't know, it's kind of, it's starting to like it's like a wall of darkness, and like every now and again a big like hole is made and another light shines through, and you go, oh my God, if only we'd have done it this way, if only we'd have done it this way, because we're having all these conversations, and it feels like, I don't know, that we should have been guiding each other from day one.
Yeah, but I think what will happen now is we will do that for our children.
Yes.
You know, I can see, I'm having conversations with my children along these lines now, and I think that, you know, it is changing things slowly.
Yeah.
And I think, well, there's an element, sorry, Dani,
that's fine.
I think there's an element of timing. So, you know, we've been looking after everybody and doing all this stuff, and that now it's eased off a little bit. I found myself quite anxious as a youngster, and then I realised I was an anxious parent because I was looking after these people and I didn't really know what the hell I was doing.
Exactly, yeah.
And now that's eased off as well, so I've not got the anxiety of that so much now because they are so self-sufficient. And then it's like, oh, okay, this is a nice new feeling. I'm enjoying this, and that coming along the same time as perimenopause, where my hormones are fluctuating a little bit, and I'm also starting to be a bit more relaxed. I'm looking at the tools that I'm using, and it all just feels like it's all converging at this right time and space. And with that comes those moments of, oh, that's really exciting to me. I'm going to follow that a little bit more. You know, much like you were saying about those moments of joy.
Yeah, when you think this really brings me, and so I think my friend and I, we run twice monthly supper clubs, and we always, if we find somebody we like really interesting, we invite them along. And last week we had Jane, and she's a crystal lady. She does crystal therapies and all that, and she explained all about crystals, and it was like me thinking, oh, I need to go to the crystal shop. Well, I never thought of cleansing my diamond. Oh, not that I have like a big, like a diamond ring. I never thought of cleansing my diamonds.
Yeah, that's. I never thought that either.
No, I haven't.
So I've got a little amethyst, one of the raw ones, and I'll put my little ring on there every night now to cleanse it. And it's just like, oh, okay. So that's the first rule of crystals. Cleanse your crystals. And you can do that. And that was so fascinating.
No, I'd heard about cleansing your crystals because I collect them as I go along, sort of thing. And yeah, they become quite a thing that you like to collect, right? Like books and vinyl records. But I've not even thought about
diamond ring,
climbing your ring, your rings,
Well, anything jewelry, because all sort of attract, energies, bad energies, good energies, and so you can either wash it in some water, put it in the sunlight, or use some white sage to smoke it out, or put some different aroma sprays on. So yes. I learned something new.
Put them out in the moonlight and stuff like that, can't you? Or is it the selenite bowls that you can buy and you pop them in there?
Yeah, so
it's magical. That's all the magical kind of, and it connects you more to the earth, doesn't it? Because it's from the earth.
And it's so really enlightening that there's so many little tools, and what I don't know, but we get all the tools. We've got all the women's circles, all the therapies and all that. And what I've learned is to get little sort of micro habits in you do daily, instead of going once a week you will do your yoga class. And I'm not very good with yoga. My exercise, I go to the gym twice a week and do weights and stuff, and do some swimming. But it's just finding little snippets of joy every day and doing it every day, not just waiting for like once a week. So that's what I'm trying to do, is find something good every day, and because that's sometimes better than having a big one thing.
Really it is,
So that's what I like to do and try to do something like the podcast today. I was so excited, and it's just nice chatting and finding like-minded.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah. There's many of us, but I just find we just do it and slowly pass it on to people who are open to it.
So tell us about how the supper club started then, Dani.
Thanks for asking that, Lou, because in my head I was going, supper club.
It was, I'm really, when it comes to what year it was, it's like, I don't know, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We were sea swimming every morning, and it was freezing cold, and we thought, why don't we sit somewhere warm and have some nice soup and something? Okay. Then and it probably took another year, and we thought, let's do it. So we've just put out on Facebook, right, Dani and Katie and I are hosting a supper club at Katie's place. It will be soup, it will be tea, we'll have a chat and maybe whatever. And we thought nobody would turn up, but we had a table full of women.
Wow.
We knew about, or we sort of loosely knew each other, and then we thought, actually, that's and we just asked for voluntary contribution because we were not a licensed kitchen or anything, so we had to keep it a bit more low profile. And that was in November 2024, and we kept it going. And so twice a month, it sort of involves. So we've got a structure now. So when people come in, we offer them a hot cup of a herbal tea. And then we sit them not on the table. That would have been funny, wouldn't it? And I'll just guide them through like a couple of minutes, like a mindfulness session, sort of just mindful eating, just get yourself present, ground yourself, sit down, relax, because none of us eat properly anymore. We just rush, or we pick something, and so many people have issues with indigestion and stomach and bloating. So I just get to tell them maybe to take a couple of deep breaths, then when they chew their food, to chew a bit more often and slower, maybe put their fork down in between and just feel the texture and the flavor and the smells. And then afterwards we always make a chocolate pudding, like a silken tofu chocolate pudding. That's so delicious. And then arts or craft, or we have a guest speaker. So the guest speaker evolved afterwards. I thought, I don't want to do arts and crafts all the time. But we've just noticed that, everyone loves sort of arts and crafts, whatever it is, and noting that some women are very confident with their hands and their eyes and they just get on with it, and then you get some more anxious people who always think they're not good enough in what they do, and it's just encouraging them to that whatever they produce is lovely. And we try to get all ages together, because I don't want to be another pocket of perimenopause and menopause.
Yeah,
We want to get some younger, my daughter's going to come along next week, and we've got some elderly lady, she's in her 70s, and she started to cook again, you know, because before she just realized that just a hot bowl of soup is nice to have, and it inspired her to say, right, I'm going to get my soup maker out and then do my own soups. And another one, we share so we're still very airy fairy floating. We're now starting to get a structure into, right, okay, let's do this, let's have a set structure how we do it, do all the recipes, print them out, give them to people, maybe do a little booklet so people have the recipes. And then we're going to take a big leap now on the 27th of March. We've arranged for a local tea room to let us rent a tea room for 4 hours.
Oh, that sounds really exciting.
Oh, if you were only up the road, Dani, we'd be there.
100%.
I've got a spare bedroom. You can come down. I'm happy to have guests.
I might hold you to that one.
No, absolutely.
Incredible.
Invitation. And so we're going to increase our numbers to 6. We still want to have people, women, the feedback we have, they like the coziness of being at somebody's kitchen table, feeling homely. But it's become crowded and we can't really flow anymore. So we thought, okay, this tea room is beautiful. It's like vintage. It's very homely as well. So we are going to increase our numbers. Still make our own food. So we always have a soup and cut your bread and chickpea start crackers. And then last week, Katie made a zoodles, courgette noodles with
nice
cream. Oh, it was heaven. So we're going to do that again and just see how it flows. So it's going to be the next step up.
But isn't it great? It's about doing the thing, isn't it? That's what we say.
Yeah.
You know, you can't kind of plan ahead and go, okay, you know, let's go and have the tea rooms without having any people that were already coming to yours and Katie's house. Before then, it feels so much more. I don't know, just going with the thing and starting small.
Organic.
Organic. That's the word, Lo. That's the word. Starting organically and like naturally growing so that more people can see what it is that you're offering and learn themselves how to do things differently.
Yeah, so that would be the idea. My idea is in the longer term future to write like a manual. So other women have got a structure to say, okay, let's do this. Invite, I don't know, put an invite on Facebook saying, look, I'm having 8 seats at the table. Let's see who comes along. And I've got the menu, I've got the recipes, I've got the type of craft I want to do. And that's my vision, to pass it on to everyone, that everybody can, because there's so many lonely people, and eating by yourself is sad, and cooking for yourself is not really exciting. And it just shows that, especially, I mean, it was always open for men as well. We never said it's only for women.
Yes. Yeah.
Only women took us up on the offer.
Right.
So it shows again that we need community. We need to bounce off each other and just be there. And sometimes we have ladies who they don't talk a lot, but they just enjoy being in a group of warmth and wellness and just chatting, not feeling talked at. I just feel the moment there's loads of down here. We've got loads of things popping up, and they try and do the same as us, but it's more like a talk all the time. So you sit there, somebody talks, and then you walk out again, and you've got questions, and it always doesn't feel right. There's always the end bit missing where you then talk to people, and I think that's something we do different.
The community bit is probably the most important bit, isn't it? I mean, Lou, you used to work somewhere, didn't you, where you always banged on about the importance of people coming together and sitting round a table and eat together, because you just kind of, you open up and you talk.
So it feels like a family dinner.
Yeah.
And we miss that. I think we miss that in our communities. And also what I'm struck by what you're saying, Dani, is you don't have to start big, start small. No. And if you're noticing something in the community, rather than going, oh, we've never got anything, we never do anything, we can do something about it. We could just start small, but just do something.
Yeah. I think we all have got the all scared that it has to be perfect. You have to have the proper setup. But I think we've all been taught, you have to have your qualifications, you have to do this, you have to have the experience. But sometimes starting something new, however you don't know how it's going to be, I've become more confident. Even talking to you, it's fine now. Like 2 years ago, I would have said, I'm not going to do that. But
we didn't want to be talking to
it. We would have done, but just not on the screen.
But again, starting this podcast for you guys, that was weird. But now it's become part of you, and it makes you richer, and
you learn so much, don't you? So I mean, we didn't have a clue about recording or podcast. I mean, podcast hosting, what the heck even was that? What even is a website? No, we weren't that bad. But we've had to learn. We didn't come to this from like a background of having studied media tech or anything like that. The same as like with you starting, and we started small, and it's just the starting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because who knows where any of this will go or who will hear.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, podcasts have become the new thing, hasn't it? But it's also finding a podcast that speaks to you. I mean, when you see all the big podcasts, the famous ones, I don't know. This feels like normal. I don't know. We are people. We're normal
people. Yeah. We haven't got chefs. I've not got a flat fancy car. I'm still looking by the end of the month.
But it's something that we're quite passionate about, Dani, in the fact that you can, any information you want, you can grasp it at the touch of your hand.
Yeah.
You don't need to go far. If you need to learn something, there is so much out there to learn. And that's wonderful. But I don't want to be teaching people. I don't know enough to be able to teach people. No. What I do like and what we are good at is talking to people. We're both good at talking
because we like it so much,
and we love talking to people. And and that's what drives us.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Because there's if you want the information, absolutely go and grab it. But if you want to sit and have a cuppa and feel like you're talking to some other women who are going through something similar, then we might be a good fit for that. And that's how we've gone with it, really. So it's like, I always feel like start small, whatever it is. You can do anything. You can have these great plans, but start small, and then you learn along the way. Don't you?
You do.
We've learned lots.
We have learned loads.
Yeah.
We have learned loads.
I think it's just doing the first step and then baby step. So, and we always say you have to stay in your own lane, because you can. When you look at, when you compare yourself to other groups, podcast, you think, I'm not going to be as good as them. But if you stay and just focus on what you want to get out of it, that's the best way. And don't listen to the naysayers. People who don't want to support you there, no, you just need to blank them out. They can say whatever. You are doing what makes you happy and what gives you joy, and it will go somewhere. Who knows?
That's it. Who knows? I mean, we've only been doing this just over a year now, and and we've met some incredible people who have become friends as well. And we've increased our circles so much, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
And we're always doing fun stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't be doing had I not got Michelle as my wingman.
Yeah, 100%.
So
what wouldn't you have done?
Or I wouldn't have gone and done the band thing for a start.
Oh my God, no.
This weekend we're going to do singing instead.
We are at the music studios. Yes, we're going to go singing for a couple of hours. They've chosen a couple of songs. We're going to be doing some harmonies.
Yeah, I know. So we're just doing the things. But
yeah, I think zip lining. We did some of that, didn't we?
We did zip lining.
Radio interview about the podcast. I mean,
yeah,
I'd have pooed myself about doing something like that before. But I'm like, I'm with Lou. We'll be fine. We don't really.
I always think they're all just humans as well.
Exactly.
And I always think I don't know, we're adults, but I think we're still winging it every day.
Oh my God, I think every day. I think as a kid, you kind of think when you get to a certain age, you can have it all sussed out. You're going to know exactly how to do it. No.
I
think the fact that I've managed to get to this age and I'm still alive is amazing.
I think we've done well. Yeah. Considering we were teenagers in our 20s at some point.
It's being just winging it. That's what I say to Marjorie now. I don't know. I live every day. We live our day the first time, don't we? We don't know what we're going to have tonight. Well, we have to work out what we're going to have for dinner. But
I've kind of taken the opinion now that if I'm given a decision, do I need to do something? It's like, will I regret not doing this? And if the answer is yes, I have to do it, regardless of what that is. I don't want to go to my deathbed with any regrets. So that's kind of the filter that I'm looking through things now.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working so far.
Yeah, it does. I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
It sounds amazing, the things you're doing, and not gonna regret.
So tell us more about what you're doing then, Dani. So you've got the supper club going on. What other things are you doing that's keeping you? Were talking about drumming
and the somatic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a friend of ours, she runs drumming circles. So I attend them loosely, not because they always clash with our evenings. I go to on Dartmoor, we've got the River Dart, and there's a sauna there. So once every 4 weeks we go to a wood-burn sauna and I dip in the river. So that's part of my well-being. And I've got, for my 50th birthday, I've got a sauna tent, which is in the garage.
Oh, excellent.
Which is just like, it's more like a sweat tent, like a steam room. Yeah. But that's my sanctuary when I feel really, I don't know, really an edge. I just hop into my steam sauna.
That is a really good idea. Yeah. It looked really good.
So good. And it's very good for your detoxing, you know, especially like in menopause when all our estrogen goes like crazy and stuff. It just sweats it all out. Somatic healing, I did a couple of sessions a year and a half ago, which was really eye-opening, and I never thought how raw it felt, because you lie on the bed and I started to cough really badly, and I don't know, have you done anything?
I haven't, no. I'm intrigued.
So I was lying on this bed and I had really bad fitting coughs, and so I peed myself.
Yeah. Standard. Don't sneeze more than twice.
In succession.
Yeah. And then you cough up, because they work on different sort of portals in your body. And I just coughed out this and I spat. You know, you had a bucket underneath, spit out all the saliva you were producing. So it was it felt very vulnerable, but also empowering to release things which you didn't know you were holding. You didn't even, some people, they get like visions of what they're gonna let go. I didn't have that. I just felt I had a concrete wall I looked at a concrete wall, but it was very, very good. I can recommend that. What else do I do? Just thinking. So I love my sea swimming. I haven't been in the sea for a while because the sea has been really rough with the storms. So, but that's part of me, just going into the freezing cold water and just screaming and giggling, and then coming out feeling all tingly. And
how long do you stay in for, Dani?
At the moment, it's not very long. It's, I think, 8 degrees, so maybe 7-8 minutes. Yeah. And it's just like I'm planning to do a longer swim this year with some girls, but I've had issues with my shoulder. I had some dry needling done this morning, which I never had done before.
Okay. How's that? Is it the frozen shoulder thing? Is it kind of all down one side?
It's muscular, thankfully, so it's not bone related or the joint. It was just I think when I did some swimming last year, I must have pinched something, and that's just radiated to the front. But when she put these dry needles in, oh my God, it was like this hard lump just went pop and it went.
Wow. I'm really interested because I've had something similar with my shoulder and it comes and goes, but I have this feeling that weirdly I need a needle to go in there to pop something. I don't know why, but that's what it feels like. There's almost like a pressure that just needs popping.
And it's
dry needling.
Yeah, dry needling. She explained to me that it's from the brain, sort of saying protecting the nerves, and then it just grabs it. And it was just all down my arm, and even the muscle here had like a lump on it, which I never noticed before. But it just disappeared. So yeah, dry needling, I can recommend that.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that, definitely.
I just love I love essential oils, but I'm very new to that. So I try anything, crystals.
Yeah.
Crystal is my next stop.
Why wouldn't we try all these beautiful, magical things?
Yeah. So no, I think I keep myself, I love watching TV as well. I always love watching TV. I love reading, sort of self-help books and stuff. I listen to an audio because they would send me to sleep if I would have to read them.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's just enjoy it and learn new things. Don't be closed off. That's what I would say. And
follow your passion.
Yeah, and as you said, try things you thought you would never do. Just go for it. Yeah. You might think, well, whatever, it's going to be the best thing ever that can happen to you.
Yeah. Well, you never know who you're going to meet, do you? You don't know what other adventures you're going to end up going on.
And it might lead to something else, Our supper clubs decided like a little tiny snippet in a dining room, and now we are expanding. We've signed up with it's an English small tea business called Mother Cuppa.
Oh, I like it. Your Mother Cuppa. I like it.
To get another bit of like a side income in for us, for Katie and me, we signed up as ambassadors. So we're gonna go to little markets and stuff and sell tea, and because they do like a relaxed tea and energy. Her story is that she had endometriosis. I can't ever say that word.
Endometriosis.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Couldn't stomach the coffee anymore, so she was a tea sommelier. So she created her own tea blends. So she's got a relax and energize, a hydrate, and a balanced tea. And oh my God, they're so delicious. I've got one here.
Oh, we're going to have a look into that.
Yeah, we are. I only
I'll send you a link. But they are, the tea bags, they last, so I just sometimes top up the hot water on my tea bag.
Yeah, well, I do, yeah.
That one lasts like 2 or 3 cups and it's still so flavoursome. So that's one other thing we do. I just love, I could do anything every day. I just love it.
All these things.
Being fit.
Sorry, were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say it's having all these different threads as well, isn't it? It's like all these little things that bring you joy separately.
Yeah.
So then together, it really does like build you up.
It does, doesn't it?
Fill your cup.
It does fill your cup.
Whole, doesn't it? I feel little snippets come in, and they like a little puzzle, isn't there? We slowly.
They come more and more the more you kind of go down this path. And I was thinking as well when you were talking about the supper club. If there's going to be pockets of women, men as well, but I'm just saying women because that's what we're talking about at the moment. You can almost envision like little pockets of people doing these sorts of things all around the country. And that's got to be raising all of our vibrations. It's got to be making us all feel more connected to other people. Yeah. And then we become better human beings. And then hopefully everyone who comes to a supper club or a circle or something that you're running, we're running, or someone else is running, it's kind of like, you then leave and you've got that. Do you want to take it with you?
Do a collaboration.
We should do a collaboration.
Like we do like a circle, and then we're gonna do the food.
Ooh! And then we could do a podcast if people wanted.
Yes.
Be on tour.
Exactly.
In fact, when we last spoke to you, I think that was the thing that started the
it's your fault.
let's get on tour because we want to come and visit you. Definitely,
Oh my God, absolutely.
We have to
Honestly,
time it in with us.
you're more than welcome. We've got a guest room with a double bed. You would have to share.
We don't mind.
Yeah, we've shared a
Station.
camper van before. Yeah.
Oh, we've got space for camper van.
That would be lovely.
Oh, it's been wonderful talking to you, Dani. Thank
really
you
has, Dani.
so much.
Yeah, thank you ever so much.
It's been a real tonic, hasn't it?
It has been a real tonic.
Yeah.
I felt rubbish when I first came on because I've been feeling a bit grotty, and I think I've not sneezed since you've come on, Dani. That's good.
It's really. I don't think of myself being a tonic, but it's really sweet that you say.
It's been lovely.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah, it's been really lovely.
I just do my bits and bobs and try to. Yeah, just we all want to feel better, don't we? And it's just show people that you can do something and you're not stuck forever in one place. It takes work.
Yes, it does.
And a lot of self-doubt and negative talk, but then you just have to be the bigger person, say now,
piss off, I'm doing it anyway.
It's finding the thing, isn't it? It's finding the thing and doing the thing.
Finding the thing and doing the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the motto, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Thank you
so much, Dani.
Yeah.
We've loved talking to you.
And hopefully there'll be a part 2.
Yeah, we'll come visit you soon.
Yeah, come to the beautiful English Riviera.
Oh my gosh.
Trees and have a water swim.
Oh my goodness, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dani. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Yes, you too. Take care.
Bye.